Alright, sorry guys, I was a little late. There was some background noise that I didn't want you guys to catch. There were some planes taking off. So, welcome everyone. Happy Thursday night. And welcome to another episode of Talk to Me Thursday. A couple of things that we're going to talk about tonight is we're going to talk about the upcoming 2A rally. We will also be talking about my recent range day, which was phenomenal. And then we're going to end with some things that we have coming up. So as you guys come on, please let me know where you're joining from. And let's get started. So sorry guys that I was not able to tune in last week. I was going on vacation and I was actually traveling last week, so I was not able to tune in. And this week I am still on vacation. So if you guys can't hear me, let me know. If you guys can hear me good, just type in yes or type in something so that I know that you can hear me. I will be going back to my vacay art. I really appreciate you guys for tuning in, and I see that you guys were chatting a little bit before I came in. First thing I want to talk about is the recent range day that I had in Ruskin, Florida. So the range day was on, okay, so I can't remember. I think it was on the 12th, but it was phenomenal. We had such a great turnout, and I don't know if you guys are going to be able to hear me with that noise, but we had such a great turnout, and I really want to give a shout out to every single person that came. We had over 30 people show up, and I really didn't expect that many people to show up. And I know it was a little over, it was definitely over 30, but I know we had at least 30 people come, and it was a great turnout. We had a lot of people who were new to firearms, and they had never shot before, and they were able to get their first experience with us. So that was so nice. And we want to also give a shout out to Palmetto State Armory for providing an AKB and an AKP. If you have not checked out the Palmetto State Armory AKB, which is their 9mm AK, you have to check it out. It was a complete hit and everybody loved it. So that was probably, between that and the people that were shooting the Hellcat, I think those were like the two firearms that people really enjoyed shooting. There were some people who shot the AKB more than they shot anything else. So I really want to give Palmetto State Armory a shout out for sending that. And then the first 20 people that showed up, they were able to get some swag. It was the AKV and the AKP. The first 20 people that showed up was able to get a Palmetto State Armory shirt. They received a Palmetto State Armory hat and one of their patches and a sticker. So that was really nice that they sent that out as well. And what else did we have? Oh, and then I want to give a shout out to Potovich. Potovich donated gun cleaning wipes, and we had 6 gifts that we're giving out, and 6 people received gun cleaning wipes, and they were actually like a complete, it was like a package of them, and I want to say it was like maybe 12 wipes that could be broken apart. So that was really nice. And who else? Sky Firearms for donating swag, and our grand prize was someone who won a Sky pistol. So they won a cleaning mat, they won a shirt, hat, sticker, patch, and they won a pistol. So that was really nice. And we had some other people. I think I'm drawing a... If you guys can remember anyone else that helped, please let me know. But we had some really good companies that came through and helped out. PSA and Potovich. Oh, CMC. I don't know how I could forget that. CMC Triggers. They donated some triggers. They donated some swag, some shirts. Did they donate? Flags and patches and triggers. So that was really nice as well. And we had a couple of winners win some swag with PSA. And not PSA, sorry, CMC. So that was really, really nice that they donated that. And if you were not able to attend that event, I want to let you know it's okay, because we are going to have another giveaway. So every company that donated something for the range day, they also donated something for our upcoming giveaway. So we will be doing a social media giveaway, I guess I can say, and everything that was won on the range day, you will have a chance to win that for our upcoming giveaway as well. So there will be a Sky pistol, there will be PSA swag, and there's also going to be some CMC swag as well. So I'm really excited about that. And if you are tuning in right now, I would love for you to share this video with someone. And how are you guys doing? Hi Marv. Hi Hillcomb. And hi Antoine. Art said, how much ammo did you guys burn through? I want to say we didn't burn through 1,000 rounds, which was really good. And I think we prepared for, 3,000 as far as 9mm, and we didn't go over that. So we definitely got enough ammo just in case. But yeah, it was really, really nice. Let's see who else. Sorry, guys. Hey Wallace, how are you? If this is the Wallace that I think it is, Wallace was also at the range day. So Wallace, if that's you, can you let us know how you enjoyed the range day? And if there's anyone else that's tuning in right now that was in attendance at the range day, please let us know. Hey Marv, hey Kevin Brooks. Thank you, Antoine. And really quick, I want to give a shout out to my amazing moderator, Yarn Dragon. She's always holding it down, and I appreciate her. Oh, guys, I want to let you see my necklace that I'm still rocking on vacation. Okay, so the last video that I did, I announced that we would be having we had our giveaway. I'm not announcing that winner this week because I'm not home. So what I'll do is I will announce that winner whenever I get back, and then we will resume our giveaways. We only have a few more lives, so we will be doing giveaways with the lives. And like I said, if you guys have any questions, feel free to post your questions below. So Art said, did anyone come away wanting to be a new gun owner? Yes. And so I don't know if Wallace, do you mind me sharing your wife's hang-ups? So first I'll talk about a couple of other people. There were a couple of other people who had never touched a firearm before, and they were able to do it there. And my biggest thing is that they were able to do it in a controlled environment, and they didn't have to worry about being just treated any kind of way, like treated differently. So that was really important. And I did like a little safety class with them, and I had at least 4 people who were hesitant or maybe wouldn't shoot before, and they actually did it. And I'm not very pushy when it comes to, oh, you better do this. It's like, hey, you should try it. It won't really be that bad. We'll be here with you. So Wallace said it was okay to share the story of his wife. And so Wallace He took a class with me earlier this year, and he was in town, so he attended the range day event, which major shout out to him for being on his vacation and still coming out and supporting my events. I really, really appreciate that, Wallace. And he had his wife with him, and he had communicated with me that his wife wasn't really into firearms like that, but she supported him. And so I said, okay, I'll work on her, wink, wink. So I thought it was really important that she see what I'm able to do. And then she communicated her hangups. We did like 2 classes, and they were open classes, very informal classes. And she communicated that she just wasn't really comfortable with firearms being in the home and having children as well. And so we talked about it. And then I think her saying all the other people who were out there and able to, I guess you could say, possibly conquer their fears. But this is like one of those things to where everyone was encouraging each other. And it wasn't about competition at all. Everyone was just having so much fun. And then Wallace just said she loved the 9mm AK. And I mean, normally you wouldn't have something like that. And normally a lot of people don't really ever get to shoot an AK. So she came out and she communicated all of her hangups, and we talked through them, and it was something that he communicated with me later, that she actually felt a lot better about firearms and she wanted to go to the range now. So I call that a win in my book. And even if she was the only one who, I'll say for lack of better words, if she was the only one that was converted, I mean, so be it. Like, that's a win. But there were a couple of other people that once I really talked to them about personal protection and why they need to take their personal protection into their own hands, you know, it kind of clicked with them. So we had about 4, and then I had a lady, and I think her name was Harriet, I'm not sure, so I apologize, who came to the event because she had found me somewhere on social media, and she had wanted to take a class with me, but she wanted to meet me in person and kind of see how this class was going to be, the little small free classes that I was doing. And she said that she really enjoyed the small free class that I did, and she let me know that she would be signing up for a class. So this was my first event that I've done like this, but I want to give back to the community, and I felt like it was so important to show that they can come out and they can get their hands on things. And we did giveaways, and I mean, who doesn't want to win something for free? I know we all do. And there were people who won things, and we had raffles, we had giveaways, and I think everyone really enjoyed themselves. And yeah, I came out of pocket for that event, but it was well worth it to me to just see everyone out fellowshipping with each other. And there were a couple of other people that were in the local area that I had never really met before, but I was able to meet them. So I'm really, really excited about that. Yes, it was like super stressful and we were like really busy, and any and everyone who donated or just donated their time, we appreciate that as well. And Guncraft and Ruskin was the range that we used, and we really appreciate them for working with us with that event. So I had so much fun. I met so many people, and what I liked about it is it was so many different people out there. Like, it wasn't just African Americans that came out to support. It was a little bit of everyone, and there were older individuals, older white individuals who support me, and they came out and they supported. And those types of things mean so much to me because they don't really know me from a ham sandwich. Like, they don't know me at all, but they've been following me on social media, and they took time out of their day to come and support me. So I really, really enjoyed the event, and I was like super emotional because so many people just took time out of their day to come out. And I had a fellow firearms instructor out there, a black female that was out there, so people were able to see that there was other people out there that are doing the same things, and we all come together and just support each other to get these types of things taken care of. Hey G Webs, thanks for joining. Antoine said the PSA AKB is outside of my budget. I'm considering the XR EP9 PC pistol. And I mean, whatever you can afford and you like, that's completely on you. Let me know how you like it. Art said, any major takeaways for changes for the next time? Things that went super well and anything that failed. I reached out to a few people that had attended and I asked for their feedback. I think the biggest thing is to make sure that I have not adequate, that's not a good word, that I have more help, because there were a lot of people who wanted to, and I also want to give a major shout out to my youngest son who was out there and he was holding down the fort. He's only 10 years old, but he was taking care of raffles. He was just doing a little bit of everything, and I wasn't having to tell him to do it. And he was very excited to come out and just support the event and just help out with the community. So major shout out to him. He was 10 and I'm pretty sure he wanted to do other things on his Saturday, but we ended up so the event started, I can't even remember what time the event started. I think it started at 10, but we got to the range at like 8 and we didn't leave that night until like 5. And once the event was over, I had to shoot some footage for a video. So we had a very long day. He was helping us load and unload, and I just love him so much because he was really supportive. And I know that was a very, very long day, especially for a child. But he showed up and he did his part. But I'm sorry. So Art asked if there was any major takeaways. And I have to say, I did reach out to a few other people, but I think, and I didn't get any, I don't want to say negative feedback. I didn't get a lot of recommendations on things that could be changed. But one thing that Wallace did tell me is that he noticed that I probably needed more help. And I'm so used to kind of running events and not really being the person I'm more behind the scenes type person. But with this event, there was people who wanted to talk to me and maybe take a picture or something like that. So it was me doing a lot of things that I probably should have tasked that out to someone else. So I really, really appreciate that. And that is just one of those things to where you just kind of live and you learn, because I am just used to controlling those types of things. But my husband was out there. I had other instructors who are local that was out there supporting as well. So I do appreciate everybody for taking the time out. And I will be I'll be following up with individuals to see if there was more feedback, or, maybe they forgot to give me feedback. But that was definitely something that Wallace told me, was that maybe I could solicit for more help next time. But there were certain things that we had people sign waivers, we had people join our email list, and we had products out there, and we didn't want to put anything on like a strict time schedule, so we didn't do that. But we had classes at 2 separate times for people to come out. And another shout out, if you guys know who Tracy Guns is, she is another female in the gun community. I think most people would kind of classify her as an influencer. She was in the area and she came out to the event and supported as well, which was so nice to have her out there. Her and Alexis Mosier came out. So Art said, laugh out loud, Avery's not a unicorn. Great to see other people support and to show more faces in the 2A community. Yes, I'm not a unicorn. So Art said, sorry, did I hear that you came out of the pocket to sponsor the event, as in it not only cost you time but your own money? Yes, we paid for a good bit of stuff, but that was just something that we had already made up our mind that we were going to be giving back to the community, and that's just what we do. But I will challenge other people within the gun community to do this as well. And even So Palmetto State Armory, Sky Firearms, Podovich, and CMC Triggers, they are companies who absolutely stood up and they supported. And I have to say that I will always support these companies because I didn't have to be in a good old boys club or anything like that for them to say, great, we're going to support you and we appreciate what you're doing. So that's definitely one of those things that needs to be done more often, is companies putting the money that they're spending in from other things. Like, I don't really know how their budget goes, but some of the budgets that they're using on X, Y, and Z, they might want to put it into community outreach and put it into the hands of these people who are actually touching the community, and not just on people who may necessarily just be posing with guns or just going to post about something. Because you got to get out there and you got to get these products in these people's hands and really relate to them about the importance of their own personal security, because sometimes it may not click until you put that in that person's hands and you explain it a certain way. But I did have a teenager out there, and he said that he really learned a lot of stuff. Patriot in the Dark said, good evening, everyone. I have a house full of teenage girls, so I'm stressing out and won't be able to chat. But I hope everyone makes it an outstanding night, and please pray for me. Oh my God, Patriot in the Dark, I will definitely pray for you. Good luck. Wallace said, all in all, it was great. You always got my support. Thank you so much. That's funny. I have 2 boys, so I could not imagine being in a house with teenage girls. Art said, I'm out of ideas. I have a boy and would freak out over dealing with females. I'm right there with you. All right, so I talked about my range day event, and I'm gonna put up some posts and some photos and some videos, and I do apologize because I had a very, very long weekend that weekend. I had the range day event, and then I had a class the very next day, and then the very next day after that, I had to go and shoot video because I was trying to film some video before I went on my vacation. So it was very, very crazy, and I didn't get to put up the amount of pictures and videos that I wanted to put up about the event, but I will be sharing that with you guys. But overall, it was definitely a success, and I can't wait to do the next one. Someone asked me for the date of the next one, and I'm like, yeah, I don't have that yet. I don't know when the next one's gonna be, but I definitely want to make the next one bigger and better, and we just want more people to come out. And even if you, and there were people who were already at the range and they were just there shooting on their normal Saturday, and they came over and they supported as well. And we had the Hellcat out there, and people were able to get their hands on the Hellcat and say what they liked, what they didn't like about it. We had some people actually shot the AKP, and that's 7.62. And then we also had I think we had the Canic out there too, and people were able to shoot the Canic. So the other thing that I want to talk about today with you guys is, have you guys heard of the 2A rally that's coming up in Washington, D.C.? Actually, G-Webs, I'm not sure if you're still on, but G-Webs, if you're still on, can you post a link about the 2A rally, please? Oh, and then I want to show you guys what I'm drinking really quick, just so you guys can see. I forgot the name of it. Oh, actually, it's called a Hawaiian Punch, but it's really, really tasty. As you guys could imagine, I do like fruity drinks. So Karen said, I'm curious to know what they did not like about the Hellcat. So I do know that a couple of people said that, and these were guys with bigger hands, they said that they did not like the size of the Hellcat. And there's someone who said that they would like to shoot the optics ready version of it, but I didn't have that one. But other than that, I didn't hear anything else other than the size from the guy that had the big hands. But Wallace, I don't know if you shot the Hellcat. If you can, let them know what your thoughts on the Hellcat was. Wallace is like, why does she keep asking me all these questions? So Karen said, yes, I have. I'm 45 minutes away from DC. Are you going? So unfortunately, I am not going to the rally because I had already had my vacation planned, and I cannot do another trip like that. And then a side note is, I'm going to talk about it later, but I'm already planning for SHOT Show. And if anyone, well, G-Webs knows this, but all these trips get very, very expensive. So I have to really manage the amount of trips that I'm doing and plan in advance, because if I don't, then it could really get out of hand. But I want to talk to you guys really quick about the 2A rally. Oh, so, okay. All right, I'm going to talk about your question here in a second, but let me talk about this 2A rally real quick, because I will absolutely lose my train of thought. But the 2A rally is a grassroots Second Amendment. It's a rally with grassroots Second Amendment activists from across the country, and they're being urged to it. They want other people to attend the 2A rally, and it's going to be on November 2nd at the Capitol building in Washington, D.C. And there they hope to deliver a message that the right to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. This is going to start at 1 p.m. on November 2nd, and it should be about 3 hours. So if you are in that local area, I would love for you to attend. I personally will not be able to attend, but I'm really excited for the people who will be speaking. I know that Kim Blanchard will be speaking, and he is with Black Man with a Gun. Cheryl Todd, Rob Pincus, Maj Sheree is going to be there, and there are a ton of other people that are going to be there. And I know G Webbs, who's on this live right now, he said that he will be attending. And this is a time where everyone can come together and support the 2A cause. And we can come together and we can fellowship, and this is how change actually occurs. So make sure that you guys, if you're local, try to attend. And even if you can't stay the entire time, you go up and you support. But sadly, I won't be able to attend. But with just how all this happens, I will not personally be able to attend all of these events, like, ever. And that's why I also started a Patreon account, because the people that want to support me, I would appreciate if they could support me. And it's supporting me in putting out content like my podcast. It's supported through the Patreon. Me attending anything is going to be supported through the Patreon as well. And right now I have about $60 a month coming through Patreon, and Patreon was paying for my DSLR camera, which, I mean, I'm sure you guys saw when the videos left from my phone and they started going to my DSLR camera. And then just supporting me in traveling, because I have to travel, and it's going to be a plane ticket, a hotel ticket, and food while I'm there. And then not travel, but like a rental car or whatever while I'm there. So that gets very expensive. And then I have to have someone go with me, because I have to have someone video me, and that's an additional ticket. So these things get very expensive. So I can absolutely see why so many people have the amount of supporters that they have, because if you do it out of your own pocket, you can easily just kill the money that your family is working hard for. And if you're watching this video, I would love if you guys would smash a thumbs up. Do you guys want to see my view where I am right now? So hopefully G-Webs will be posting in the live so that you guys can get a link to the 2A rally. If you're able to go, I would really appreciate it if you guys would go. and support what these people are doing. So, RP, so I think I'm not sure what your name is, but I'm just going to call you RP. RP said, I'm planning on getting the Hellcat. Nice. Let me know how you like it. And if you're looking to get it, you can get it through Palmetto State Armory. And if you go to my Facebook page, there is a link for you to grab. It's an affiliate link, which I have to say, an affiliate link for you to grab the Hellcat. Yeah, Art. So I do tell people to. So Art said people need to compare the Hellcat to the P365 and other similar models. Otherwise, it's just not the right style for them. And some people have their isms, things that they like, and if it's mag capacity, then they may want to go with the Hellcat. And then some people just, well, pretty much everyone needs to go out there and they need to shoot it and they need to see how they like it. They can't go off of what someone else says, but it's how something fits in your hand and it's how it shoots. Claude said it's affiliate link just for the Hellcat. Any of the links really that I post on my Facebook page are going to be affiliate links. If it's the companies that I'm an affiliate for are Palmetto State Armory. I'm an affiliate with Aero Precision. And I think those are really the only two that I really post affiliate links for, but I'm affiliate with a few other companies as well. I'm affiliate with Brownell, Sportsman's Guide, but I don't really post about them often. Thank you, Art. Okay, guys, so I'm going to show you my view. I was hoping that you guys could see the view while I was videoing, but obviously I was in like, I think it was the wrong angle. Anyways. All right. So here's my view. Picture in the dark. Okay, I'm sorry. So the view right now is, well, actually, it's kind of just the water. The beach is over there. But I wanted to share it with you guys. My happy place is the water. I love the water. And I don't know if you guys can quite see the color of that water, but it is gorgeous. Let's see. Thank you, Yarn Dragons. You are just so fantastic. Alrighty, guys. Yes, a nice teal color. No, it's not Florida. Our waters are not quite this pretty. I do like that song too, Picture in the Dark. I didn't even notice it until you said something. But yeah, this is my view. Sorry guys, I'm probably all sweaty on the video, but the Florida Gulf is nice, but I don't think it's that nice. Okay, let me stop because it is very nice. Let's see. So, Claude, thank you for saying that about the affiliate links. So what I want to let you guys know is affiliate links, the links that I post, you don't pay any additional money out of your pocket for that. I actually get credit, and when I say credit, I get a commission, but that commission is like a 5 to 8% commission off your sale. So think about if you're purchasing something and it's $49.99, then I'm getting possibly 5 to 8% commission off of that. But you're not paying anything additional. It's whoever you're purchasing the product from, that is who's paying me the commission. So that helps me, because if I can make an additional, let's say, if I'm able to bring in an additional $100 off of affiliate links, which if people are buying these products anyway, if you can, and I'm not saying that you have to use my link, but if you can use the link of your favorite 2A person out there, right, that really helps them to put out quality content, because quality content, when it all boils down to it, it's your time. You're putting in your time. And if you want to do a quality video, you're gonna have to put in some time. And it's just one of those things to where they're sacrificing their time, their money, and their energy, and then it goes into editing the video. And I know the last couple of videos that I did, it was so hot outside. And I mean, you guys know I'm in the Tampa area. It's so hot out there, and I'm trying to film videos. Let me see. So I would really appreciate anyone who uses the affiliate links. And if you guys use affiliate links, definitely let me know, because I'll definitely drop you a thank you. But also sometimes when people use those links, it doesn't go through and we don't get credit. So if you don't let us know that you use the link, then we won't be able to follow up on it. Oh, Art. He's having fun in there with his friends. So Dynasty said, can you do a video on the PSA AK-47 pistol? I can try to do a video on that. I don't think it'll be anytime soon, because I just had their the AKV, and I tried to shoot some video, but I'm not sure if it came out good. So I'll definitely try to do that, but I have some footage on it and I will try to get it out. Their AK pistols are very hard to come by nowadays, because the production on them is, I mean, they're barely cranking them out for people to buy them. So we're not really able to get our hands on them as affiliates to get them and do reviews. But if we purchase them, then we can do reviews on them. And I really don't have the budget to purchase an $800 firearm just to do a review. Let's see. I think my angle is just like all wrong and you guys can't really see. But yes, if you do have any questions about it, feel free to reach out to me and let me know. But I will try to do a video. My wife is crazy. She goes up and... But can you... So Art said, I'll watch the chat later, but can you share your thoughts on red dots for AR or PCC platforms? Absolutely. I think I have a video on that. And there was another question that I wanted to go back to. That's pretty stupid. I own the car. So she calls me and she says, get free. Find another car. She goes to Bank of America. This one Bank of America. Something. Oh. So There's another question. So if you guys have a question, feel free to drop it down below. But thanks, Art.
This last month we had our Tennessee trip, the cabin.
All right, so G Webb said, I have a random question. Without getting into too much detail, does your 9 to 5 job have a busy time of year? I asked because you mentioned traveling, and busy times can land right on big 2A events for some.
Is there any way that you can boost it?
Honestly, G Webs for me, it's like all the time is busy time, and I have to forecast out for a lot of these things well in advance, but then at the same time, I'm trying to teach classes, so it's kind of hard. But now that I know when some of these major events are going on, I can better prepare and try to put time in. But I'm sure a lot of people some people are full time in being a content creator, but I know for me, I have to take off from my regular job, and I mean, who wants to really have to take off from their job? And when you're going to these events, I don't want to say it's not fun, because you are having fun. But I know SHOT Show was like a beast for me. SHOT Show is, you are hustling, you're grinding, you're staying up, and I mean, for me, it's on a different coast. So I live on the East Coast, so I'm going to the West Coast, and there's a time change, and you're waking up early trying to get to the floor early, but then you're going to bed late because you're still trying to converse with people after the show ends. So a lot of these things are just hard work, and I don't think people realize it. And not only is it hard work, but it really cuts into your money, like your personal money. So I do feel for everyone who creates content. I know some people, they're sponsored, or some people have huge amounts of supporters, but for us little guys or little girls who don't have a lot of that, we're coming out of our own pockets and still trying to bring quality content and get out there. And I want to be one of the first to know too. I want to be there, and I want to bring the knowledge and everything to my fan base, just like everyone wants to bring it to theirs. Dynasty said, G Webs, did that answer your question? I'm sorry, I feel like I went completely, I don't feel like I answered it. Dynasty, thank you so much for joining in and being new to the channel. And I do not do 3-gun. I am an instructor, so I teach classes, and I have my own firearm training business, but I don't do 3-gun or anything like that. I think even if I wanted to do it, then I don't have any time to do it, just because I have a family, and I'm teaching at least 2 weekends a month, and from that, like, it leaves very little time to actually do other things, and I still have to have some time to spend with my family. And then, as you guys know, I was taking a college class, and this is week 8 out of 8, and I'm holding on to a 93 right now. So my final paper was turned in, and once I get off live with you guys, I'm going to check and see if my final was graded. But yeah, I cannot wait. And so I only have, I think, 2 more classes, and I'll be done with my bachelor's. And we're gonna have a huge celebration. So I've been busy with homework too lately. Hey Armament, how are you? Dynasty said, how long have you been an instructor? Actually, next month, which is November, towards the end of November, I will have been an instructor for 11 years.
Can you change your card run? Yes.
Chris, it's okay. Everyone who's in here, hopefully you have subscribed to my channel. And if you have subscribed to my channel, make sure that you hit the bell to be notified every single time. You'll be notified every single time that I upload. And uploads happen every Monday. And if you haven't listened to my podcast, make sure that you listen to my podcast, because I'm working on, I think I'm going to call it like a whole new season. And I will be interviewing some different guests, and I like to just highlight different people in the community, because I think we can learn from every single person that's within the community, and everyone has their own unique story. So I will be interviewing some new people, and if there's anyone that you guys want me to interview, please message me and let me know, or you guys can put it in the chat and let me know as well. Let's see. Marv said, you got it. Keep up the great work with college. Thank you. I have 2 more classes. I'm almost there. G-Web said, wow, how do you do it all? Make some vids on motivation organization. Really? I wonder if people would be interested in that. Hello, mother. My mom is on here. So let's see. Yarn Dragons is helping me right now with my YouTube, which is very, very helpful, and she is a huge help. But sometimes I don't know where I get the energy from, and that's why I'm on vacation right now. I slightly needed a vacation. But yeah, like earlier I said, major shout out to Yarn Dragons. And if you guys haven't checked out her channel, check out her channel too. And let's see, Dynasty said, good luck. It's amazing how you're in school and do videos. That's amazing. Thank you. And I had a student, I want to give her a shout out really quick, because I don't think I have given her a shout out. Guys, I think it's going to get loud here in a second. But I had a student come all the way from Atlanta a couple weekends ago to take a class from me. And she was someone who was a domestic violence survivor, and she had a lot of hangups around guns, and a lot of these fears were fears that we just needed to talk through. And she came and we did a private lesson, and she did phenomenal. We did a private lesson, we did a gun buying consult, and she shot very, very well. And she was able to perform at a level that I don't think she expected that she would be able to perform at. But I think she surprised herself, and I'm so proud of her. So I'm not going to say her name, but I'm just going to say her initials. AP. No, AS. We have the same initials. But great job, and keep up the good work. And then the other thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about really quick, a quick plug. My next class is on 2 November. And on 2 November, what I'll be doing is I'll be doing an intro to pistol and concealed carry class. So there'll be 2 classes in one day. And I know some people want to just knock them both out in one day. And that was 2 November from 11 to 2. It's a concealed carry class. And then same day, I'm going to have an intro to pistol class, and that was going to be from 2:30 to 5:30, okay? So make sure that you guys, if you know someone who's been looking to get a class, let me know. Send them my information. And then on 9 November, I will be doing a Florida concealed class from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. All right, so 11 to 2, Florida concealed class. And on 2 November, I will be having an intro to pistol class and a concealed carry class. And sorry, my comments are kind of messed. Okay, so Antoine said, interview Marjorie or Coleon Noir. However, I heard that you and Noir had a scheduled conflict. Yes, he is a very, very busy man. So G Web said breaks are vital to success or you burn out. Absolutely. I think breaks are very, very important. And I want you all to remember that like you have to actually stop and enjoy your life. You can't just work it away. All right. Something else that I want to talk to you all really quick about is human trafficking. How many people are educated on human trafficking? How many people have not heard about human trafficking? Thanks. So Miss Maggie said, grab a tumbler, and if you guys have not grabbed your tumbler, make sure that you grab it. Dynasty, did you say that you have not heard of human trafficking? Oh, you hear it a lot. Okay, so something that I want to talk about really quick is human trafficking. And although it's not Human Trafficking Awareness Month or anything like that, I think it's really, really important that we talk about it. And we constantly talk about it because it's a huge problem that we have. And it's, although you may not hear about it often, especially where you live possibly, but it's still one of those things to where it's still affecting a lot of people within the US. And we have to do our part with it. So human trafficking, a lot of, and I've heard of human trafficking. I feel very, very passionate about this because these are people who are pretty much frauded, and no one should ever get frauded, right? But in my senior seminar from our criminal justice class, I did my final paper on human trafficking, and some of the numbers were just way too high for me. And I have to let you know that it affects more than 300,000 Americans, and 300,000 Americans is a lot of Americans, all right? So it affects 300,000 Americans, and that's annually. And it's really known as modern day slavery. So I'm sure everyone that's on this live right now, or everyone that's watching this video, is aware of what slavery is, or what slavery was. And human trafficking is a form of modern day slavery. And we have a huge problem with human trafficking within America. And it's a billion-dollar industry in America. Well, not America. It's a $32 billion industry. $32 billion. So I'm going to do, and I know this is not gun related, but everything that I talk about is not going to be about a firearm. It's going to be about being a better person, taking care of yourself, taking care of your family, self-improvement. But like Aaron just said, let me see. Sorry guys, the comments don't stay on the screen. No, Chris said it, sorry. It's important to know about it if you have teenagers who use the internet. Yes. And it's one of those things to where it can happen and it could be right next to you. And a lot of the 300,000 Americans that I talked about earlier were under the age of 18. 300,000 Americans under the age of 18. And I got that directly from the Department of Homeland Security. All right. So this is a very serious problem. If you live near a port, you have to be aware that human trafficking is going to be higher around the ports because they can easily get people in and out of the country very quickly. All right. And the commercial, it's kind of like a commercial sex trade, and you don't want anyone to ever be involved in that. So do your part, educate those around you, educate yourself about it. Some people that may see it more than others may be educators. If you're an educator, like a teacher, you may see kids that are involved in things like this. And then if you are a healthcare professional, when it comes to emergency room, you may encounter victims as well. So if you have not gotten educated on it, please get educated on it. And please don't think that it just happens to kids under 18. It also happens to older people, but some of the people who have a higher percentage of becoming a victim of human trafficking are females. So be aware of that. And minority females are the highest numbers when it comes to human trafficking. So I want you to educate yourself on it. I want you to educate your kids on it. It is a global problem, but we have to make sure that we are educating ourselves within our own communities and know that we are doing our part in regards to it. Teenagers, they have to know what they can and cannot talk about online, because there are some major sickos online. And I don't know if you guys watch the news, but I mean, there's always someone who was like way too old trying to sleep with a minor and they get caught, or they're trying to actually sleep with a child. So sometimes these people may be online and your kids may be talking to someone who they think is their own age. It could be a 13-year-old thinking that they're talking to a 13-year-old, but this 13-year-old may actually be talking to like a 50-year-old grown man, and it could be a male or a female. So there are cases where males are sexually abusing males. There's cases where males are sexually abusing females. But don't just think it's a male, it's only perps that are male. They can be male and female. So make sure that you're educating yourself. Like I said before, October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month. Please get educated on that. I am going to try to do more in the upcoming years with domestic violence awareness. I do try to educate people on that year round. Just because there's a month for something doesn't mean that's the only month that we need to be talking about it. We need to be constantly talking about these things because they're constantly a problem. So, sorry guys, it's getting kind of hot in the spot that I'm in. But have you guys ever heard of anyone or had a human trafficking situation occur near you? Slick Mike, thanks for joining. Chris said it's scary that crap still goes on. Yes, it is very scary, and it's scary how many people are still getting away with this. I don't know if you guys caught the story from Florence, South Carolina, of the DJ. I want to do more digging on that story before I post about it, but it was a guy who was purposely going after minority females. And I don't know what's up with these people who have these diseases and they are literally sleeping with people, and it's like they're trying to get other people sick. But I mean, that's like a whole nother story. But I know human trafficking, not something that you guys want to talk about. Human trafficking is not something that I want to talk about with you guys either. But Dynasty, are you saying that the guy in South Carolina, yes, DJ Kid, that was in your town? Those things are so sad, and we just have to take our safety into our own hands. And I want every single person to be equipped with the means to defend themselves. And You cannot always have a gun. I'm very aware of that because I personally cannot always have a gun with me. I work in a federal facility and I cannot have a gun on me every day. But I want to let you guys know that your situational awareness will get you out of some things. You will be able to sniff something out before it happens. And I mean, you want to be able to do that. You want to be aware of your surroundings. And I want you to teach your kids to do that as well. Dynasty said using girls as sex slaves. Yes. So this is like a whole nother story too, and I was talking about this with someone last night, is raise your young girls to be strong. Don't raise them to seek out this love and attention from someone else, because that's how some of this stuff is happening. Because when you hold yourself to a different standard, to a higher standard, it just, some of these things may not happen. But I'm not going to victim shame at all, but we need to do a better job at educating our people. When I say our people, our women, our men, whoever it is, not becoming victims. Marv said it was bad because there were a lot of young girls and there are a lot of older women who just participated in it. 600 plus. Yes. I saw that it was 600 plus, and I'm like, that is like, that really hurts my heart. That, I mean, some of these, I mean, regardless, like, and then he was bragging about it, and I don't see how, I mean, he should just literally be thrown under the jail, under the prison or whatever, but he consciously did this, and I really feel like he needs to be dealt with accordingly. Antoine said, that reminds me of Darnell Bossman McGee 20 plus years ago in St. Louis, spreading diseases to young women. Nick said, I work at an inner city hospital in a NICU, so I've seen it firsthand. Wow. Dynasty says, situational awareness buys you time, and time buys you options. Yes. So I will be doing some videos on about my vacation. I'm not gonna, and I haven't really talked about where I am or what I'm doing, but when I come back, I will be doing I'll be dropping some videos on how you can stay safe, how you can be prepared and travel. And sometimes you may travel and you may not be able to have a firearm. Sometimes you may be able to have a firearm, but traveling, you definitely have to look at the cities that you're going through and the laws. And that was the first thing that I did, is I went to the laws of where I was going so that I could be educated. I didn't say, oh, well, let me ask someone or let me Google this. I went directly to that state, and I went directly to that source to find out what the laws were. Marv said apparently he did it because he was trying to target black men by infecting those women so they could spread it. That was, according to him, sick. Yeah, that's very, very sick. I'm so sorry to hear that. These birds are like thug life birds. Thanks, Zach. Excuse me. All right, guys, so do you have any other questions? I haven't really been very active on social media, but I have another announcement for you guys. So let me see. Is anyone interested in a gift? It's not going to be right now. It'll probably be in like a week or so. But is anyone interested in a build? Yeah, these birds are like thug life birds. They're like jumping up on your table. All right, so Chris said yes. RP said yes. Sorry, I'm just gonna call you RP. I hope you're okay with that. Mar said Thug Life Birds, yes. Like people are eating and they're like literally jumping on their table trying to eat their food. Oh, and I want to give another quick shout out to Marv. Marv said he loves his skip shirts, and he is he's wearing them all the time. So thank you so much for your support. So I have a announcement that I want to make, and you guys will know. So I want you to make sure that you stay tuned. I have teamed up with Tampa Cerakote, and if you guys are not aware of Tampa Cerakote, I want you to go check them out on social media because they do some really, really good work. And I don't know if you've noticed this about me. If it's not quality, I'm not messing with it. Ain't nobody got time for that. So I've teamed up with Tampa Cerakote, and we will be doing a giveaway. We'll be giving away a Glock slide and a Glock barrel. All right. So we will be doing this on social media, which will be open to everyone. And we'll be doing this. I'm probably going to do it within the next week. So I got to get back home. I'm going to post pictures of it so that you guys can see it. But it is a sick Cerakote job. I absolutely love their work, and they donated for a giveaway. So it will be a Glock slide and a Glock barrel, and someone will be able to win it. So if you guys are excited about that, let me know. If you're not excited about it, let me know. I know Dynasty said, not me, I'm too lazy to build. But all you have to do is get your girl is drawing a whole blank right now. You have to get your other part. I can't even think of the name right now. I'm sorry. Oh, and then I wanted to see if you guys are interested at all. I wanted to see if you guys are interested in Skip's hoodies. So I was looking at getting some hoodies made, and I just wanted to know if you guys are interested, because if you're interested, then yeah, but if you're not, then nay. And if you are not a Patreon supporter, make sure that you head over to my Patreon and check it out. You can support me for as little as $1 a month. And I know right now I do have a couple of my Patreon supporters that are on the live right now. So even if you're not watching it live and you're watching the replay, if you're a Patreon supporter, I really appreciate you. And our winner for our October Patreon giveaway was Two Gun Kitty. And I think it was Two Gun Kitty. Two Gun Kitty won a Breakthrough Clean Technologies gift set. So every single month in our Patreon, we do a giveaway because we appreciate our Patreon supporters because they're so awesome. They support us every single month. And like I said, you can do it from anywhere from $1 a month all the way up until like, actually you could do however much you want, but I think the max that we go up to is $75 tier. Yeah, so I'm working on getting some hoodies out. We have our tumblers on our website. We also have the tumblers, and we also have the shirts on the website now. So if you're interested in any of those, make sure that you tune in and check out our website because it's all on our website. And the website is skipstacticalsolutions.com. Do you guys have any other questions for tonight? I'm sorry that I did not tune in last week. I was traveling, and this week I just couldn't say no. I'm just sharing my view with you guys because you guys are my fam bam, and I got to share with you guys. All right, so You guys are saying that you're interested in hoodies. All right, guys. So if you're saying you're interested in hoodies, you got to actually come through and get hoodies with them. All right, so Marv said hoodies, yes, that's great. I've been thinking of jackets in the future. So glad to hear this. The STS logo. Yes. So it will be the STS logo. And then I was thinking about doing a couple with the Skips Tactical Solutions logo. Sorry, the actual Skips Tactical Solutions spelled out with the gun and the bullet. So I think I can do those on a pre-order basis, and you guys will be able to tell me which ones you like, which ones you don't like, and you'll be able to order the color that you want, and I think it will work out best that way. So I wanted to share my view with you guys, and I hope that you guys have a great week. Yes, the holidays are right around the corner, and for the rest of my day, I will be chilling by the beach, enjoying some water, and I will also be working on some podcast episodes. I'll be working on a YouTube channel, and I want you guys to remember, please support the videos on YouTube. Please support the podcast, and I'm working on some really good content. Marv, are you talking about the t-shirt? I'm trying to see what Marv's talking about. Oh, yes, Marv. I will definitely get that shirt for you. I was actually going to do my live in a shirt like that today, but I figured that you would fight me if I did. So I didn't. I want you guys to make sure that you check out the videos and support. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out, and I will be getting back to you. Dynasty said, hope you have a better week. Thank you so much. I hope you guys have a happy and a safe weekend. And for those of you who are in the cold environments, I just want to let you know I'm enjoying and soaking up a little bit of sun for you, and I will pass on this warm weather. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to another episode of Talk to Me Thursday. I am so appreciative for each and every one of you. And tune in next Thursday. It will be resuming our normal lives. And if you didn't hit the thumbs up, hit the thumbs up. And I will see you guys next Thursday, same time, same place. And I'll see you guys later.